Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Golden Topics with Zay, and you're watching today's latest episode. So let's check it out.
I have talked about celibacy before. After Julia Fox spoke on it publicly, I think that it allowed more women to openly speak about it. I personally have been celibate or abstinent for several years and haven't gone on dates with men because, one, they're disappointing, and two, what's in it for me? I think it is important to highlight the 4B movement in South Korea, where women are coming together to decenter men because men are treating them in an unfair way. Do not sleep with men, do not go on dates with men, do not have a baby with a man, and do not get married. 4 pillars, not hard. Once you can get out of your mind that you will not be missing out by engaging in this behavior, you will be better off. When we have honest conversations with ourselves, we have honest conversations on whether or not our expectations are already being met in our romantic relationships with men, oftentimes we will find disappointment. Oftentimes we come to the realization that we are the only ones contributing to the degree that a partner should contribute, and we're better off putting our energy elsewhere. So I encourage you to reclaim your power and have really honest internal conversations with yourself on whether or not being around men in a romantic way at this moment in time is worth it.
Why so many Black women are single? Do you think they're too masculine? I think they don't have a good selection to choose from. Like, no one wants to marry or be with a dusty or a man that they have to loan $20 to every day. I mean, you have two options: take care of a man or be single, unless you date outside of your race or unless you date one that has a career and is about something. But I'm sure a lot of Black women are single because they're tired of taking care of grown men. So they're just going to wait until a real man arrives, or they might start dating outside of their race. I know I would rather be single than take care of a broke man all day, every day. That way I can date many times a week. Being single don't mean being lonely. It just means you're not committed in a relationship or married. And I would never commit or marry anyone that I have to take care of. Okay? Not gonna happen. So that's why a lot of Black women are single, because we're not settling. Why would we settle for that? We could do bad all by ourselves. We don't need you to say, oh, we got a man. We can lie and say we got a man. Just like we do when y'all come up to us, try to talk to us, and you all dusty. We just lie. Women lie all the time. I got a boyfriend. Because they don't want to talk to you. Okay?
We have the power to make morons go extinct like dinosaurs. The morons here are just creating mediocrity. They are creating harm to Mother Earth. They're disrespecting the planet. And they are cancer to the planet. We don't need that, okay? We can live without mediocrity. We can live without the morons, okay? And if you're continuing to procreate with morons, you're just making little morons. We don't need that sugarfoot. Y'all acting like pregnancy is not a high risk as a woman. Especially a Black woman. You can possibly die from childbirth, and you out here going half on a baby with a moron that hasn't even bought you a ring or signed paperwork to commit their life to you? How silly. But you thinking, oh, he gonna stay because he love me. He is just talking. It's all talk, no bite. You need to let people be about that action. You need to see paperwork. You need to see funds in the bank account. You need to quit being on this fantasy and just being all in la la land as a woman and just thinking that love is sex or love is attention. Love is respect. Does this motherfucker respect you or not? If he respects you, he will put his life on the line and sign some paperwork for you. If he not willing to do that, don't have no baby with no modern day bum.
Men see your body as a trophy, that's why they want to impregnate you. You know damn well you ain't gonna stay with him, but he gets a blue ribbon that he gets to hang on his wall and show anybody who will listen who his baby mama is. Especially when you thick and pretty, bitch, your body is the trophy. And they have won. You don't win when it comes to that situation. Because that baby is yours, not his. He's not gonna take care of it, and he probably isn't even gonna buy no fucking diapers. Like, let's be so for real. These niggas ain't taking care of the babies when they with the mama. And if they do, they doing the bare ass minimum up in this bitch. Like, how many of us have dads that didn't do shit? Not a goddamn motherfucking thing. Like, we've already experienced it. We're on the receiving end of what an ain't shit ass dad is. You know what I mean? Half of us, most of us. Let's learn. We already have been on the receiving end of what it's like to have an individual who really isn't putting in the motherfucking work to raise your ass. Like, we saw the struggle, we went through the struggle. Don't create the struggle in your life.
This isn't a political post. This is a women's post. A quick rundown on what you need to do when wanting to participate in the 4B movement and you don't know where to start. And number one, before even ceasing contact with men, is to sign up for a self-defense class and go get that thing registered. Go get a license, go get a permit, go get you something. Get you something to protect yourself. Train yourself to protect yourself. Because all the women are saying, oh, I'm not giving it up, I'm not giving it. Guess what? They're going to take it. They have always taken it. They're just going to take it more now. So after you've taken your karate classes or you've registered that thing, that heat, we're going to move on to the dating apps. Delete all profiles. Don't just delete the app, delete the profiles, and then delete the app. Third step, stop talking to the men. Delete, block, say your goodbyes, and leave it at that. And honey, it's really not that hard. Let's grow up. If you're really serious about doing it, this probably won't be too hard for you. The fourth thing, and it probably should have been the second, to be honest, get your bodily affairs in order. Whether that means stocking up on certain pills, stocking up on birth control pills, getting them tube slide. Hell, remove your uterus. Just to be extra safe, like, I don't know. Again, it does not matter if you say you're not going to give it up, because everything that men haven't been given willingly, they have taken. All right, ladies, we have some work to do before January. Hey, I almost forgot. Go and get you a rose off Amazon right now.
I don't think people understand that this election would definitely change the dating scene. No more sleeping around. No more sneaky links. No more, can you come over at 3 o'clock in the morning? No more hookups. No, none of that. I don't think men understand what they just did to themselves. And men will always say, they don't care. We don't need you, da-da-da. But you needed your mommy. Who kept that house, afloat? Who kept the bills paid if it wasn't your father? If you're raised with a single mother, who did it all by herself? You feel me? Why do you feel like a man could be in charge when your father wasn't even in charge? I'm genuinely curious. Y'all glowed at this man to the point where now he feels like he's that man. Now I feel like he's that nigga. Yep. Hold on, he's not that nigga, never mind. But what I'm saying is, y'all glaze this man so much to the point where now he feels like he has control at it, over everybody. And that's going to be the fucked up part. Because not only does he have control over my people, but he has control over your people. And everybody who voted for him is going to have the same reaction when all this shit comes out. And it's going to be a different vibe and a different ball game when shit actually gets set in stone.
I can't be the only girl that just has no interest for men anymore. And I don't mean that like in a sense where I am gay, because I'm not, or where I am hating on men because I actually love them. It's just that they don't excite me. They legit don't excite me. I am very uninterested. I am not impressed. And it's not that they're horrible. It's just that I don't care anymore. I just don't. And I don't know what it is, because I used to. But
marriage benefits men more than it does women. Divorce benefits women more than it does men. Pay attention, because I'm about to drop some game. Marriage is not goals. You know what marriage is? Marriage is a scam, and it's a way to trap somebody to abuse them forever and indefinitely. Most men will use marriage, they'll weaponize it, they'll be on their best behavior until y'all get married, and then the mask drops. Then he shows his natural ass in that marriage because he feels that you're trapped and you can't go nowhere, especially if y'all have kids. He married you to turn you into his mother. That's why he loses sexual attraction for you once y'all get married, because in his mind, you have taken the place of his mama, and he can't have sex with his mama. That's gross. He also married you to turn you into a slave and a maid and a mule. And if he loses his job, you're going to pay all them fucking bills, and he's going to take his time looking for new employment because you got it all. He can slack up on the bills because he knows you're responsible. And whatever he don't do, he know for a fact you gonna do it, whether you want to do it or not, because you're the more responsible one. And if he cheats, He knows how difficult it is for you to get out the marriage. You can't up and leave because both of y'all names is on the mortgage, on the lease. His name is on the bills. You can't kick him out the house. Go to the police with that shit and watch what the police tell you. He legally has a right to stay, a resident in the household, even though you catch him cheating. So you're stuck with him. He knows he could cheat and come right back to you because y'all are married. You got his last name and his kids, and you can't just up and leave. So tell me who's benefiting more from marriage while he's stressing you the fuck out. But baby, once you file that divorce, and once that judge grants you the divorce, and that judge grants you child support and spousal support, oh, he's gonna fucking hate that shit. And he's gonna hate the fact that he can no longer control you while living a double life and fucking multiple side bitches. See, to an abusive man, divorce means loss of control. He cannot no longer fuck you. He cannot no longer control you or tell you what to do. He can no longer tap into your bank account because y'all don't have joint bank accounts no more. He can't stay in your fucking business. You know you're dating other people. He lost that control. Men hate divorce. Ladies, protect your money, get a prenuptial agreement, and make that man get a psychiatric.
One thing you have to understand about dating, ladies, is that if a guy shows you his red flags very early on in the relationship, he will continue to do that throughout your time together. There's no changing, there's no fixing a man. You're not Bob the Builder. He is showing you exactly who he is. Do not stay for the red flags. And it is a no-fail situation. Red flags, deal breakers, cut them off immediately. It will save you so much time and energy, your youth, your beauty. I'm telling you right now, a man will take away your beauty. He will suck the beauty out of you. That's why women come back better after a breakup, because they are better being single. It takes such toll out of us if we're not in a healthy relationship, especially girls in their 20s and 30s. This is your time to truly be selfish and care about yourself and to develop a strong sense of self. A man will completely hold you back if you are in the wrong relationship. It's so hard to not go with your heart, and a lot of women, us women, are very emotional beings, which is a very normal thing. However, we need to learn how to stop just going with our hearts and leading with our logic, because I'm telling you right now, when you start to take away the feeling out of things and see things for what they are, you will have a more successful dating life. I promise you that. Every time I have led with my heart in my 20s, I just turned 30, but man, oh man, have I learned so many lessons in my years of dating. Leading with your heart is not going to serve you. It is going to deceive you. The heart is deceitful. Trust me, it takes so much practice, so much work on yourself to really lead with your logic, because that's not the most fun decision. It's really not. You can still like a guy, but know they're not good for you, and know you have to let them go. You also have to know that there is so much better out there for you. He's not the only man in the world. Stop having a scarcity mindset. There are more men in the world, but even then, it is way better for you to be single than to be in something that will take away your youth and your beauty. Women that are in relationships right now, and it's hard for you to let that person go, I completely understand. When it's your time to let that person go, you will. But I promise you, he's not gonna change. Yeah, you're gonna be sad, you're gonna cry, you're gonna be alone. That's very normal. This is the time for you to lean on friends and family to heal you, okay? It's not fun to break up with anybody. I know he was your person that you spent all this time with, but don't stay in a relationship just because you're attached to the guy. It's not worth it. Lean on your friends and family for healing. I promise, I promise, I promise, it'll take time, but you will heal. And you will thank yourself for it.
Well, that's all for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.